There's forever a desire, it seems, to find the right religion, as if religion is itself something that is a quality we wish to find. It's not. Religion is an agreed understanding instead of an understanding that you have arrived at through your thought and your experience, your relationship with God. It's something you've taken hold of to see if it's valid, to see if it will work, to see if you can make do with it, despite the fact it doesn't have quite your view on things. Perhaps it should be deferred to, instead of your own relationship with God. Not only that, but perhaps you should accept the theories as to what is right and to what we should be doing, that you should accept these as if they are right and you should be doing it, rather than hopeful suggestions and explanations. We live in a world of uncertainty. Religion desperately tries to negate that uncertainty. But God has uncertainty for a very good, beneficial reason, perhaps, since He's got so much of it, just as He's got so much evil in the world. Why is He putting up with this apparent evil? Presumably because it's best to have it there. My suggested explanation is so that we know the difference between good and evil and can choose the good because of our experience and our observation and teaching that's available from others' experience of such and understanding. We are not here to agree to religion. We are here to seek God, to put that first, not acceptance of some religion. If people choose of their own free will to consider your view and find it helpful in some way, well, that's good. But they're not your disciples. You're not here to teach them as if your view is right and theirs is just immature and needs to come up to standard like yours. You may have got followers, but you'll never get enlightened beings that way. Down to the depths or up to the throne, he travels fastest who travels alone. The relationship between you and God is between you and God only. You'll find helpful other people's views. You'll consider to what extent they may be right, not accept them because you should, but because you find them to be right. If you do, and if you don't, well, you'll understand that the other person may have different experiences, but they're not your experiences. You will not simply accept because he thinks he is right. Of course he thinks he's right, or he'd be choosing something else, but that doesn't make him right. I studied different religions and got to know them well by being members of, in some sense, going along to their meetings at least. But I came out by that same door wherein I went, and in some cases straight through and out the other side. Your relationship with your dad is very personal. Don't let others cloud the issue. They can tell you about their relationship with their dad as they understand it, but you don't have to accept it in any sense. You certainly don't have to feel guilty because you don't. You do perhaps have to feel guilty if you accept their view as if it were your own before it is. So I'm not here to prove that even, may I say, the Jesus story or Paramahansa's autobiography are truth. Not here for that reason. I'm here to love God. And certainly I'll let you know in what way and why, as far as I know, I'm doing so. But I don't require you to do likewise. It's just here as an example of my way, should you find it helpful. When all's said and done, it seems to me that the relationship with God is relationship, not understanding. I understood Mum to some extent in that I knew her well. But many of the things I knew she did didn't seem rational or the best way of doing things. Didn't stop me loving her, of course. But it did stop me blindly following her. Or Dad, for that reason. Earthly Dad, I mean, of course. So you're not here to find the right religion or the right denomination or whatever, or even the right philosophy. You are here to find relationships that bring you fulfillment and happiness. I think that is the case, because we are relational beings. We don't thrive on the lack of friendship and relationship. Families seem to be our safest way of staying provided for, not just physically, but socially and mentally and spiritually too. Where would I have been without Mum's love and care, Dad's provision and security? That's been my experience. So that's how I see God and love accordingly. As far as I know, that's the explanation. Thank you, Dad.